that they were going to vomit all over our YouTube channel, right? They were going to vomit all over our YouTube channel. And what they don't realize that when they did that, the one thing YouTube gives us the ability of is to track people, right? So we can track people on Facebook and off of Facebook. And here are examples of some of the vile people on Facebook. In addition to them, like we have all their information. Okay? We literally have all of their information, and they don't know that we can see and we can actually track them on and off Facebook. And so what I'm going to be doing is I kept a copy of these people, but what I'm also going to be doing is that on our website, we'll be putting all of their personal information, where they went to school, where they live, their daughter's name, their granddaughter's name, where they work, all of that stuff on our website. And whatever happens, happens. If you want to come on Facebook and be racist, then we're going to make sure that you are known for being a racist, and your kids are known that their parents are racist, and your grandkids are known that their grandmother are racist. Okay, so like, you can do what you want, but we're not going to let you continue to be racist in peace. Okay, we're not going to let you to be racist in peace. We're going to go after your kids. We're going to go after your grandkids, and we're going to put it on our website. And we won't put it on Facebook because, Facebook will not let us. But if you come on our Facebook and you spew any racist content, we will come after you. We will come after you. We will come after your family. We will come after everyone that you know. And legally, we'll come after you legally. So just so you know, you can do what you want. You can come on our timeline and do whatever you want, but understand that the moment you decide, you make that decision that this is who you're going to be and what you're going to do, that now you've given us permission to expose you, to come after your kids, to come after your grandkids, to come after your friends. Okay? So please, if you are a deranger and you are in the comments, please comment. We want to hear from you. We want to hear how much you hate Harry and Meghan, please.
Hey guys, welcome aboard. Welcome back to the channel. I'm saying an official hello, warm and welcome to all of my new subscribers who have joined me on this show within the last 6 days. Now, what I really want to know is the same question that Avid Gardener wants to know. And the question is this.
Because ultimately what I'm interested in is getting to the bottom of it, getting to the truth of it. Who pays the maggots? That's my concern. That's my major concern.
That's right. Who funds them? Who are these people? You see, Sophie Dr. Sentebale essentially exclaimed and explained how the PR Sussex machine works when she was interviewed by beloved Trevor Phillips on Sky News. Now, a lot of people on a separate point have said they felt as though he was quite rude and disrespectful to her, the way in which he cross-questioned her and he interrogated her and almost was dismissing her claims. Now, personally, I felt as though he gave a thorough interview because I think, in his defense, if you levy such allegations, or if someone is levying such serious allegations against another individual and revealing such delicate, sensitive information about their crumbling relations within a corporate setting that has now escalated to legal court action, I think that the questioning has to be thorough. It has to be fair. We love Dr. Sophie Sentebale. I love her. And of course, as I said in all of my previous videos covering this, I push for you to still support Sentebale as an organization because I think it's a tangible, worthwhile organization that we need. It should still carry on. The funding should still come in. And I will attempt to post all of the links beneath all of my content. So that's that point. But getting back to the PR Sussex machine and what she said regarding the Sussex branding and how it works and manifests, you do see these puff pieces popping up over and over again. And they are not there by public vote. Meghan and Harry really do not have the support of the public, and it's not just over here in the UK. Because, of course, when they left the UK, they said it was the British media and the British press that was giving them a hard time and making them feel as though they could not fulfill their royal duties in a safe and enjoyable manner. They've gone to America and they're having issues there. They also went to Colombia, and sources have leaked that one of the dignitaries over in Colombia who was hosting them was having very difficult relations with Rachel Ragland. Essentially, she was being rude, she was being over demanding, she was being dismissive. And so what I really want to talk about is the Sussex PR machine. Now, I've been a victim of the Sussex PR machine, and this very disturbing clip actually popped up via Avid Gardener, which I was not aware about, after being a victim and having my car vandalized and being stalked at work and having to move house because the PR Sussex machine found me and they essentially stalked me and partially attempted to ruin my very existence in order to stop me doing what it is I do now, which is talk to you guys about this. I thought to myself, why would someone go out of their way to possibly take time out of their personal affairs to stop me from essentially being a whistleblower and exposing Harry and Meghan for all of the dirty deeds that they have committed against the state? It is treason against the state. They would have been, unfortunately, as everybody knows, back in the day, unalived for everything that they've done. But who funds them? And so this puff piece popped up on social media, or should I say via the Daily Mail, regarding Harry's best friend from the good old days, the friend whose nipple he, I guess, licks when he's bored. And the guy is called Alex Rayner, and he said that Prince Harry, Mr. Sparry, is more than happy for him to talk upon his behalf, and he essentially wanted to say that Harry feels as though he's lost a finger, that Sentebale was such a close passion project to his heart because he set it up in memory of his late mother, our beloved Princess Diana, who of course would not have stood for this scandal and this mess, and she certainly wouldn't have stood for the division of her sons over a woman. He has said via the mouthpiece, Sophie's jealous of Ragland because she wasn't the only woman of colour who was sent stage that day, and that's why things got ugly. And I do not believe that for 5 seconds, because everybody can see the clip. There's also more social media clips surfacing of Meghan walking past Sophie, treating her abhorrently and being extremely dismissive. Now, other sources have leaked that when Rachel initially met Dr. Sophie Sentebale, Harry had actually forgotten to introduce her as the CEO member of the board, and Rachel referred to her as a servant. She handed her coat. Upon their initial meeting, she literally handed, and I'm not joking, guys, she handed her a coat. She didn't know who she was. She assumed that she was there to serve her. She assumed that she was there to catch the door behind her. She assumed that she was some kind of subordinate waitress. It's disgusting. It's abhorrent. Meghan Markle, of course, being a woman of colour herself, even though she has white past for 98% of her life, can never be racist, but she can be colourist, and colorism is a thing. Colorism is essentially when someone who is a person of colour and they believe they are superior to those who are of a darker skin tone, so that they practice colorism. And Sophie experienced this. In reference to Meghan, of course, it can never be racism. In reference to Harry, of course, it can certainly be racism. And she said that there was a sentiment across the board when she talked about localizing operations within Sentebale in the actual countries that need the help. Because the people who work for Sentebale, the 550 people, live in Botswana, they live in Lesotho. And she said, let's take operations out of the UK and let's localize them further so it's more intrinsically connected to the people we're trying to help, which makes perfect sense to me. She said, in no uncertain terms, there was this feeling and sentiment and implication that the Africans are taking over. Now, she was very graceful and elegant to mitigate some of the details that I've received from my inside sources in order to really give Harry a fighting chance to come up with an explanation. And sources have also leaked to me that she's come forward essentially to save her behind, because the truth of the matter is that there was allegedly money laundering going on. Funds were missing, and this is going to make up a large bulk of her allegations towards the Board of Trustees and the High Commission Court in the UK. But getting back to the first part and the opening statement of this video, who funds the Sussex PR machine? Now, I know that they came for me and they tried to ruin my life. You've seen the clip from Avid Gardner, which she gracefully shared from the Sussex Squad podcast, right? And it seems as though they are paid. Now, their name has graduated from sugars to maggots. I'm not sure which one you prefer, so let me know in the comments how I should refer to them from this point on forward. But they are like maggots. They do function as maggots. They do feed off of the coattails of negativity that is left behind from Rachel Ragland. And it seems as though with all of the puff pieces, the way in which Harry was attempting to force Dr. Sophie Sentebale to make a statement about his horrid spouse to the media, that she does pay for good press and she does pay for good PR, and anything that's positive regarding the Montecito duo that we see in the press, because she has this puff piece out in the New York Times currently regarding her chantilly banana pudding recipe, which we know that, of course, she has paid for. No one's asking to find out about her cooking secrets. But this is a puff piece that's been purchased. And so now we devolve to realize that Harry's millions from the UK taxpayers is being used to buy them good PR, but it's also being used to harass and bully. Sophie Dr. Sentebale has had to remove her Twitter X account because of the extent of the bullying and harassment and haranguing that she has received. And I believe that this is at the hands of a Sussex machine that is being paid to harass and bully people. Because why is it that every person who speaks out against them, including myself, is terrorized? And they actually said in that video, maybe I should play it again, that they will come after you, your children, your grandchildren. They will find your workplace, where you live. This is all real. This is not a joke. And I do want to issue a warning out to all of those other podcasters and those who speak against the Sussex duo that your very life, your very existence could quite possibly be at risk. Because I know mine was. I had to literally move house. I had my car vandalised twice. I spent £2,000 repairing the damages that were committed against myself and my property. This is not a joke. And I do fear for Dr. Sophie Sentebale. We have to remember that she's out there and she is a woman who is unprotected. She's not a celebrity. She was living a mere existence of just dutiful charity work and excelling in her professional field. She's a beautiful, lovely woman, and she is vulnerable. All of us are. I'm vulnerable. Avid Gardner is vulnerable. Yankee Wally has been harassed by these people. Had the police come to her house. We are all vulnerable. Those who are willing to speak out. This is no joke. This is no feat. And there is a PR Sussex machine that I personally believe, now this is alleged, But I believe these people are funded by the dirty duo. So she's been harassed off social media. Sources are also leaking that she's contemplating having to change address like I did. This is scary stuff. And these women who are either taking money from the funnel of Harry and Rachel reflect Dr. Sophie Sentebale. They reflect myself, and they don't care. They're ruthless. They're prepared to do anything for her because quite possibly they're getting paid. Because I can't really see how a single human being in their right mind would support a colorist and a racist. Those are the new allegations alleged against the dirty Montecito duo. So with all that being said, guys, take heed. Keep us in your prayers if you believe, if you're religious. And I'll be back with another video. Take care, guys.